Loneliness and mental health issues are prominent concerns amongst many over-the-road truckers today. The long periods of isolation can really take a toll on those who are not prepared to deal with the mental impacts of the trucking lifestyle. In this video, we ask our drivers how they deal with the loneliness.
I know guys in this business that have been doing this for as long as I have, if not longer. And one of the biggest problems is depression. Truck drivers do suffer from depression. And there's a lot of aspects as to what causes depression with truck drivers: lack of sleep, not eating properly, you're lonely. You know, loneliness causes depression.
When I'm on the road on long distances, I keep myself entertained by speaking with friends and family as often as I can. I subscribe to Netflix, and when I park my truck, I turn on my TV and I lose myself in my favorite show. I have Milo that I bring with me, and he helps me a lot with my mental health. It gives me something to look forward to at the end of the day. My walk with him, my cuddles with him. A support system that helps and understands the type of lifestyle you've chosen. It is very crucial that they're on your side.
I would say anything after 14 days, you're really starting to get antsy, trying to get back home within that last week of your third week out. 14 days for me, myself, in a truck that's pretty long enough for me. I try to stay out 2.5, 3 weeks. It not only helps me financially, but it helps the company as well. That extra run could mean a lot, for both sides. So, but me, if I can be home 2.5 weeks, I'd be very happy with that. But sometimes it all doesn't go your way, which is the same with any industry.
Well, the good thing about it nowadays is we got FaceTime. Back in the days when there was no phones, you couldn't even call anybody. And I remember them days because I was around then. Everywhere had a payphone. That's how you used to call home back then.
I talk to people as much as I can. Not while I'm working for, say, like loading or unloading a trailer, but once you've got everything going and you're on the highway and you've got those hours to kill between however many miles you've got, I talk to my wife. I talk to numerous friends that are also truck drivers, so they're killing time as well. I talk to just about anybody that's willing to talk to me, just to keep busy, to keep my mind occupied. When I'm parked or when I'm not driving or working, I read. A good book will take you out of yourself for a while and stimulate your brain. And as much as I hate to say it, because I don't like the cell phones now. It's not even a cell phone, that's a computer with a phone attached to it. But you can play games. So if you've got some time and you've got 20 minutes to kill, play a quick game of something, word games, mind games, stuff like that, just to keep yourself going. Because if you do not do that, if you just drive down the road with your hands on the steering wheel, you're gonna get really lonely and you're gonna get really bored, and then you're gonna do something really stupid. You just can't help it.
My kids are growing up and out the door, so they live on their own. My wife, she would love to see me home every 2 weeks, but sometimes that does not happen, and she's very upset. She's lonely. Like I say, we talk a fair bit through the day, 5-6 times a day, because she's at home keeping the homestead going at home while I'm out here bringing the money in. My wife doesn't work. She's never worked since we've had the kids, and I've always provided for my family. So, she feels the same thing that I do. It's very lonely after a couple of weeks. It's hard on us. We've been together 32 years. It's a long time. So hopefully things will try to get home a little bit more often than I can, if I can, for sure. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've been requesting to try to get home every 2.5 weeks, but we'll see how it goes.
I personally could not do it without friends and family. On the days that I don't feel very well, I keep social by perhaps going to a restaurant at a truck stop and being surrounded by other people, not necessarily truck drivers, but being around other individuals who are there enjoying their meal can certainly improve my day. I have phone calls with my kids. They're very aware that I can't be home in order to provide.
I've had moments of loneliness. If I'm gone for 2-3 weeks at a time, I miss my home. I miss my wife, you know. I miss my kids. You get lonely. You know, there's only so much you can do. You can only talk to so many people. You can only do so many things. Depression, no, I've never suffered from depression per se, but I've had moments of loneliness when I'm sitting there going, well, it'd be nice to be, be nice to be sitting here with my wife eating dinner. You know, you're sitting at a restaurant by yourself. It'd be nice, it'd be nice to be sitting here with my kids, or just to hear laughter. For me, it's laughter. I love the way when I said to my wife the other day, 2 of my kids were sitting at the table, and for once they weren't fighting. They were just talking and joking and laughing. And I looked over at Darlene and I said, "Do you hear that?" I said, that's awesome. That's a great sound. I miss that when I'm on the road. I miss the sounds of things that are going on in my home. You better know up front, this isn't a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 job. You are going to be alone, and know that, and be willing to accept it. And you know what? If it's not for you and you can't do it, don't force yourself. Get out. Go do something else. Find something else that you may love to do, or find a local job where you're home every night. The biggest pitfalls, I think, or one of the biggest pitfalls, I think, is for new drivers, is coming in and thinking that they're just going to get behind here, they're going to honk the horn, they're going to tear down the highway. And it's not like that. You're going to have moments of boredom, you're going to have moments of loneliness, you're going to have moments of frustration.
For new people coming into the industry, they have to understand that if they approach somebody and if they try to walk away or don't want to talk to them, it's not them themselves, it's the way that us older people are used to dealing with things, because the friendliness is all gone. I used to enjoy going to places and you'd actually go and sit amongst other truckers and sit there and talk about your day or talk what you've done that week. Nowadays, you just can't do it. Sit down and enjoy a meal together, but now nobody wants to do that anymore.
I still say hi. Some of them say hi back, some don't. So, but yeah, before the COVID hit, we used to all sit in the truck stop and just shoot the breeze about whatever. So, and that was our way of intertwining with other people and not getting that lonely feeling, I guess.
Companies today are actually being a little more proactive than they were 10, 15, 20 years ago, where they would just give you a truck and say, go. Nowadays, they are giving you creature comforts. I've always found that the more creature comforts you have in a truck, the more nice little things that you have that a company will provide for you, the happier you're going to be, the better an employee or the better a driver you're going to be. In our industry, there's a lot of changes when it comes to mental health, where new studies are being found. If you push a driver to do this and do this and do this, this is probably what's going to happen. So they're getting, the companies nowadays, or the smart companies nowadays, are investing time in human resources and getting that information and relaying that to the drivers. Relaying to the drivers a proper diet and an eating plan. You can't live on McDonald's 3 times a day and expect to drive 700 miles a day. That just won't work, because your body won't do it. Eventually you'll stop working. When it comes to mental health issues, loneliness, depression, companies are starting to recognize these, and they're offering help. If you're a company driver, chances are you've got a health plan or a benefit plan or something like that. And mental health, psychiatric or psychology or whatever, that's all part of it. And your companies are recognizing that, and they're offering it to the drivers. And I think the company should be commended for that.
Well, especially in our COVID times, the whole social interaction that we may have had has been lost. We try and make up for it by using the telephone. Invest in a good phone and a good headset. The sound quality makes a huge difference in speaking with your friends and family. Remain optimistic. There are days where things don't go your way. Try and look at your big picture. Stay focused on your big picture. Your goals of attaining your vehicle to earning good money will help in the moments where things look grim. There are better days and better miles the days to come, I can guarantee you.
It is important that concerns surrounding mental health be sufficiently addressed in order for drivers to have a long-lasting and fulfilling career. Keep in touch with your friends and family and let your company know how they can better support you on the road. If you haven't already, here's a reminder, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next video.